Hey guys, welcome to Living with Lo. My name is Lauren and this is my 36-week update. It has been a minute. I really wanted to get to you guys yesterday because I have so much to share, but I'm just gonna go ahead and dive right into it. Hopefully all of you out there are well. I want to say thanks to everyone who has been like sending super kind comments, compliments, and like just sending hugs virtually. I really do appreciate them, and I cannot say enough how excited I am to be experiencing week 36 going back to week 35. So I'm gonna do a quick 35-week recap real quick, and then I'm gonna jump into this week's visit because I just went to my prenatal visit for my 36 weeks today. So getting right into week 35, I left off saying that I was gonna go to my wellness visit, my prenatal visit, and it went really well. So my OB was out of town, y'all, right? And I had to go to a different facility, a different location, and visit with a doctor I've never met before. So I went in and I didn't have too many expectations, but I did definitely have a slew of questions to ask. And I told you guys that I was gonna do the GPS test, that of which I just got the test results back, and I was negative, thankfully. So I don't have to worry about taking antibiotics or anything like that. But one of the questions that the OB asked me was, is your baby breached? And up until now, if you've been following me for a while, you will know I had no idea because I hadn't had an ultrasound since week 19. And typically, like my OB explained to me, if there aren't any reasons for concern, causes for concern, anything like that, she wasn't going to do any ultrasounds. But that left me with the question of, well, how am I gonna know how baby's measuring? Well, anyway, she asked me if I was breached, and I just kind of was just like, I don't know. I explained to her that I hadn't had an ultrasound in quite some time, and I wasn't quite sure what his position was. So she looked at me, she kind of twisted up her face, and she was just like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna order an ultrasound. So I was super excited about that, y'all. I was so happy. Like, it's totally a birthday gift in itself, just being here and being able to get that, you know, because I wasn't expecting any more. So long story short, this week on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, I went in for the ultrasound, that of which was really quick. It wasn't long, but I was able to bring in Lo. You know, up until this point, because of the pandemic and the different rules, obviously my practice was not allowing children in. Well, this was an off-site location where they do the ultrasounds, and the technician was just super nice about it. She was just like, yeah, come on, bring her in. So Jay and Lo were able to partake in the ultrasound, but it just really wound up working in my favor, and I got some photos, so I'm definitely going to insert them in the video so you can see. Definitely tell me if you can see his features. He is super active all the time, non-stop. And for the last 2 days, he had been up all night. Like, he's been having his own little party in there. So going into the ultrasound, I was just like, he's gonna be moving around. The last ultrasound we had, he was like kind of sucking his thumb, and although he was a lot smaller, we were able to see a lot more. It was a lot clearer. So because he was so big, you know, one shot was his face. We were looking at his face trying to see it, and he was all snuggled up. Part of his face was like obstructed by some of my body parts. And I want you guys to know, if you've seen Jay before, definitely let me know if you think, based on the photo, if you're able to even really just see him, do you think just by the structure of his face he looks more like Jay or more like me? Definitely drop it in the comments box below. Getting into this week, so I'm 36 weeks, 5 days, which is equivalent to 9 months pregnant, and that means I am 93% of the way through my pregnancy. All right, so at this point in the pregnancy, babe is the size of a papaya, measuring 18.7 inches long, and it's about 5.8 pounds. Now, I know specifically my baby is in between 6 and 7 pounds because of the last ultrasound that I went to. She's thinking he's gonna be closer to the 7 pound mark, but we're gonna see. And I was really excited to get that news. I wasn't sure she was gonna give me like specifics like that, but she definitely did, and I was super, like I said, I was super excited. His heart rate today was in between, I believe she said 145 and 150, which was really good. And my blood pressure was really good. Again, like I said, I was definitely trying to keep a close eye on that, because not this last visit, but the visit before last, my blood pressure was elevated. But like I said, I think that's due to my excitement and going to the appointments. There's not too many new symptoms. The only thing that I asked at this appointment was, when are y'all gonna do the cervical checks? Because with Lo, obviously I wasn't planning on having a C-section. I was planning on doing a natural birth, having a natural birth. And they were doing the cervix checks at this point. But because I am having a planned C-section, she was just basically saying, if I want to have my cervix checked, it would definitely be starting next week, just to make sure that I'm not dilating, everything is looking good and stuff like that. But she said, because I'm having a C-section, I don't have to get my cervix checked. So that was nice. But like I was explaining today, because we live so far, it will be a little bit more reassuring for me if I have my cervix checked, just to make sure, okay, if I am dilating, where am I at, so I can kind of get in the headspace of, okay, let's just make sure we're on the you know, we're just prepared. For weeks now, I've already had my bags packed, but in the event that I do go into labor prior to my planned C-section, obviously I'll go to the hospital, but we'll have to bring Lo by Jay's mom. My mom is definitely planning on coming for my surgery, so she was gonna be watching Lo. So we'll just have to play it by ear and see what happens with that. But based on my bump, y'all, I want y'all to tell me if y'all think I'm like super low. If you think I'm super low, do y'all think I'm gonna go into labor prior to my planned C-section? That's definitely something that everyone's talking about, because they're like, okay, you're super low, and you know, generally when you have your second, third, or fourth, they tend to come quicker and a lot sooner. Definitely super excited to see what the next few weeks brings. Y'all, I'm 17 days out from D-Day, so I'm hoping I make it. But in the event that I don't, obviously I'll be excited nonetheless. Obviously the OB was telling me, you know, things to look out for, like mucus plugs coming undone, water breaking. If I see a little blood coming, it's definitely time to go in. And what she was explaining to me was, if I go in at the 37-week mark, obviously at that point I'll be full term, so there's no reason for concern, and they'll just do my C-section early, which was a shock to me, because sometimes I thought, even with having a planned C-section, that would be more of a reason to send you home if the baby's not actually like coming or anything. But she said if I was at the hospital and I want to go ahead with the C-section, they would definitely do that, and that'd be the end of it. So I cannot wait to give you guys the next update. I am definitely getting ready to do the nesting video with me, get ready with me. Thanks for all of those votes out there, all of those comments. Sorry y'all, I am out of breath. The bigger I get, even though he's moving lower, it's still a situation. Trying to navigate and, you know, just work on my breathing. And as you can see, I have gotten a little bit larger. So yeah, just bear with me. But anywho's, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, definitely go ahead and make sure you smash the subscribe button and click on the bell notification so you are notified whenever I do put out new content, especially as it relates to what's going on in the next few weeks. You just never know, babe could come early. And if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up for me, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.